What do I want for dinner? Maybe some, let's see. Probably toaster strudel. I have been blessed by the toaster strudel gods with the bounty that is so good and too much for me, actually. I just won't be able to eat it all by myself. So I spent some time last weekend delivering these to people that follow me in the Phoenix area. And if you want me to do that to you, seriously, and you live in the Phoenix area, email me at thomas@cerealsnob.com and I will do my best to get you at least one box of toaster strudels by this weekend because I would love to have my freezer space back.
Welcome to Cereal Snob.
Give me some of that.
What's up, Cereal Squad? Welcome back to another episode of Cereal Snob. Today we were talking about the 2 new flavors of toaster strudels. Then we're gonna mosey on over and talk about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Creamer that came out a few months back. And lastly, we are going to talk about the Cinnamon Cheerios. Now, if you're here for just one of those things or you just wanna skip ahead, you should be able to do that by skipping to the times I have listed here. Okay? Now, for those of you that are staying with me through the whole review, thank you. I appreciate your time, and I'm glad you're watching, so buckle your seatbelts. We're first gonna talk about the new toaster strudels.
This is like 8 packages of each. No, 12. I got 24 packages of toaster strudels. I'm in fat kid heaven.
I got these just delivered to my door at what seemed like random, but really it was because a couple weeks previous, I emailed my contact at General Mills and asked them if they do send Pillsbury news out just via email. I'd love to get it so I can post about that online first, and it doesn't surprise me like it surprised me when I was just browsing a couple weeks ago. And they connected me with a Pillsbury contact. I told them I couldn't find these in person, and literally that was the end of the conversation. And they just showed up at my door one day in 24 packs, which blew my mind. I've never got something so big without knowing it was coming. So I'm so thankful that whoever did that was able to help make my day more awesome than it was. And it reminds me that one of the lessons that I've had the hardest time, I think, with as an adult is just asking for help when I need help, or even just asking for help when it would be better if someone helped. Like, I don't always need help, but sometimes it just makes more sense to get help. And I've been very bad at that because I'm definitely, I take pride in being independent and kind of just being out of the way. But I realize I love helping other people. And when I don't let other people in my life help me, I deny them that good feeling of helping someone out. So I guess what I'm saying to you is, if you need help, think about the people in your life that would feel good and that you could even grow closer to if you just let them help you. And ask for help, okay? Now that we're done with that lesson, I want to tell you right from the gate that the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Toaster Strudel is definitely my favorite. It reminds me of Cinnabon, and anything that reminds me of Cinnabon is a win in my book. Then there's the Golden Graham S'mores, and I think this was doomed because s'mores just isn't the best thing for breakfast, at least in toaster strudel form. I think the Golden Graham S'mores are more marshmallow than they are anything else, and I really just would like more chocolate and graham to balance it out. I just don't think the ratio is right. So that's how I feel about these. The standout feature to both of these, and it might not be new to toaster strudels, so apologize if I'm freaking out for no reason, but the frosting in the Golden Grahams tastes like Golden Grahams, and the frosting in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's more just cinnamon. But they made the toaster strudels more flavorful, and in case you're thinking it would be fun to switch those up, I tried it on accident. Absolutely not the case. The Golden Graham flavor on the Cinnamon Toast Crunch made it worse, and vice versa. They just kind of like wash each other out. Either way, both these are pretty good, and if you can find them, I recommend getting them because they're toaster strudels. Like, first, toaster strudels are amazing. They're flaky, they have tons of filling, and you get to put on your own frosting. Like, these are so good that you're like, why did my mom ever buy me Pop-Tarts? Or why do Pop-Tarts still exist? These are so good, Pop-Tarts should be run out of business, but they still exist, and I don't know why. Like, the only reason I think Pop-Tarts should stay around is to keep making Pop-Tart cereal. This stuff's pretty good, and so that they could eventually evolve into their own version of toaster strudels, but for no other reason. Anyways, because of that, I give the Cinnamon Toast Crunch an 8 out of 10. I really like them, and the Golden Grahams a 6 out of 10. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Creamer, which, to be honest, is good. It's a coffee creamer. It makes my black coffee sweeter, more cinnamony, and I enjoy it, but it doesn't really remind me of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I don't know. Maybe it's not supposed to be exactly like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's just supposed to add cinnamon. I just thought it left some to be desired. But my roommate Oliver really likes this stuff. In fact, since it's come out, I think he's consistently bought the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Creamer because he wants it in the house. My roommate Oliver says he gives it a 9 or 8 or a 9. He likes it a lot. I think it's just okay. But to be fair, he said he challenged me to find a better cinnamon creamer out there because you just can't find them. And I don't know where to look. We tried the Cinnamon Dolce one for Starbucks. Yeah, not as good. Yeah, that one I'd give like a 6. I think this gets like a 7 in my book. It's just a little too sweet for me, and I tried adding less creamer to make it less sweet, but then it actually made it less cinnamon as well, and I want the cinnamon, so, you know, you gotta find your balance. Now, lastly, we were talking about these cinnamon Cheerios, which are brand new, and to be honest, when they announced these Cheerios, I was like, I don't care. It's a new Cheerio. I have new Cheerios all the time, and I think that's how probably a lot of people feel because, you know, after you've had Honey Nut, you're like, okay, it's the same Cheerio, just with a new glaze on it. So blueberry, strawberry, peach, you name it. You kind of understand what it's going to taste like before you get it. So I just didn't worry about it. I was like, yeah, whatever, no big deal. But then I started getting messages from my following on Instagram and even YouTube where they're like, no, this is low-key a sleeper hit. You need to get it. You're going to love it. I like it more than Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And I was like, wow, that's a big statement for a Cheerio. So I was going to go out and buy it, but luckily, General Mills, for the first time, surprised me the other day by delivering this to my door. And I was like, sweet, I get Cinnamon Cheerios? Great, I didn't have to go buy it. So I will tell you that I do agree with that statement I said earlier. These are better than Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or at the very least, they are just as good as Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And they're different because they have the Cheerios oat base. So I think if you like Cinnamon Toast Crunch and you just want another cinnamon cereal, you definitely got to try these out. Now, this next part of the review is for anyone who has not already had Cheerios Oat Crunch Cinnamon, and I guess, well, you'll see why. I'm just gonna pretend like I've never had that cereal. Oh my gosh, Cinnamon Cheerios are sugary, they're cinnamony, it's got the most delicious milk at the end that you couldn't even want more of, and as soon as you pour the milk in this bowl, it's like the perfect texture. You don't have to worry about hurting your mouth like somebody I know. Plus, look how pretty she is. Do you see those crystals of cinnamon and sugar on every bite? Like, there's more here, probably, than there is on Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It just is such a beautiful cereal. And it's just so good. You're like, wow, I didn't even know Cheerios could get this good because you thought that was reserved for sweeter cereals. But guess what? This is just really sweet and it's really good. You're going to like it. I mean, seriously, 10 out of 10. Okay, and now this part is for anyone who has already had Cheerios Oat Crunch Cinnamon. Okay, this cereal is good, like objectively it's good, but because I've had the GOAT of Cheerios, Oat Crunch Cinnamon, this is just missing something. And what it's missing is the multigrain oats, which give it a varied texture and crunch, and it also has no oats. Like the oats fill me up more, and it's just so hearty and delicious, where this is like, no, I can eat 25 bowls. No deal. The other one's like, no, you're gonna be satisfied with one bowl, maybe two, and you're not gonna feel bad about it. But here, it just feels like something missing because, well, it is. You've tasted the best Cheerios, so why degrade yourself to these? I give them like an 8 out of 10, but not happily, just because they're good, you know? But they're not as good as Cheerios Oat Crunch Cinnamon. There, I said it. Okay, so there you have it, folks. All of these things should be available right now. Anywhere you shop, and if you can't find them, search online. That's all I can say. That's my best option. Or start an Instagram account and get tons of followers and then email these people until they send you stuff for free. That's another option too, I guess. But that is it from me today, guys. I want to say thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you've tried any of this stuff, please let me know. And if you had a different experience, again, I'd just like to know what you thought. So sound off the comments below. I'll be paying attention there. And that's it. So have a good weekend. And for anyone who's starting school, good luck with that. What a weird year to be in education and to be educated classically, because like my daughter's in 5th grade, but that means she just stays in her room more than normal. and that's life. So, wow, 2020, what a year. See you later, guys.